DeMeco, you're trying hard not to smile, right?
Big sigh of relief.
So can you tell us the difference in the first half and second half with the offense, and then describe about that last drive, what told us in your winning game?
I think with our offense and with all of our entire team, just in the first half, there was a lot of misses with our execution. Like, we weren't on it. I think coming out in the second half, our offense was able to execute. We were able to, create some explosive plays there in the passing game. I think CJ did an awesome job of making some big plays for us. Receivers, Dalton, Noah, Tank, all three guys, big game for us. So just the way they executed in the passing game, it was that's what kept us there. So credit to those guys. And the last drive, again, it starts with the protection. Right, when you have to throw it, they know you're throwing it. It starts with still being able to hold up in protection and still being able to execute and deliver precise throws, and that's what CJ did. Tank, unbelievable explosive play there to their sideline, and then for those two to connect again, right, with the touchdown. It's just that connection and that, that bond that I think Tank and CJ have it's real. Right, you see it off the field, on the field. They have a true bond, and it's fun to watch those guys work together.
Hey, Coach, given how young CJ is, how would you best describe this performance that you just seen from him?
It's a gutsy performance from him, right? It wasn't all clean, but he gutted it out. He was tough in the pocket, made some plays, right? Made some big-time throws for us, and the receivers, they were reliable for him. They made those catches. They made tough catches, made big plays for us, so it's all those guys working together. But CJ was just a very gutsy performance by him.
Coach, was this a cast out bread upon the water when you made the decision about letting Omuguwale kick the field goal?
With Dare stepping in, he did a really nice job for us, right? When you lose your kicker, right, that's tough, right? What are you going to do? Your whole game plan, right, changes. But Dare, he stepped up big time for us, for him to be able to kick off as many times as he did, right, create some touchbacks, but also for him, right, to kick the field goal. We were, confident he can make it from there, and he proved us right. So credit to Dare. He's truly, right, the player of the game. For him stepping up the way he did for us, it's outstanding by him.
Well, DeMeco, obviously a lot of injuries today. Do you think most of them are minor, or do you have any clue at this point?
We'll evaluate our guys throughout the week, and we'll see where we are injury-wise. We took a lick today, for sure. We lost a lot of guys, a lot of adversity. Continue to have trainers coming up telling me this guy's out, this guy's out. But what I love about our team is as that adversity hit, no one wavered, right? Everyone kept battling to the end, and that's what it takes to be a good team.
DeMeco, what exactly happened with Kaimi with his injury, and then also throughout the game plan execution? Was there a moment throughout this season, throughout the practice this year, where you kind of started getting Dare just accustomed to Casey coming in?
Yeah, Emi had a lower leg injury there that we were concerned about, him being comfortable, being able to go out and perform, all right, to his standard, and so we went with Dare.
The final drive, you used the 2 timeouts on the first 2 plays. Was that just a product of what plays happened? Was that the plan going in? And then does that sort of change, obviously, how much does that change what you're capable of doing when you don't have the timeouts?
Yeah, it's all based on the plays and what happened, like where we are. Yeah, we would love to get out of bounds and, kind of stop the clock there, but we were able to keep the ball in bounds. The biggest thing is getting yards. And, we were fortunate to have those timeouts to be able to use them, and they helped us in that critical situation.
Excuse me, DeMeco, can you talk about the performance of Schultz, that connection he had today, and just the adjustments that you guys made at the half?
Yeah, Dalton played big for us today, right? One thing I love about Dalton is the hands. He has sure hands. He comes through in clutch moments, but I also love the way he finished some of those runs today. It was really nice performance by him.
Coach, do you feel like based off on this side, Coach, do you feel like based on how this game played out, and I guess what the difference between last week not getting a lot of passes for CJ, this week obviously a big passing game for him, do you feel like y'all are sort of establishing an identity, or that this might be somewhat revealing on maybe a way to go about things for you guys in the future?
As we continue to go each game, it changes, right? Whatever we have to do for that game, but we know we're a pretty good passing offense when we do get the opportunity, we are executing, we are connecting when we should be connecting. We're a good passing offense. We have a good young quarterback, good core receivers that helps him be good in that. So we just have to rely on whatever strengths we have for that particular week, wherever we need, whoever we need to step up and make plays. That's what matters.
You had 7 yards rushing in the first half, and you had a C.J. on the option, Hutchinson on an end around. How hard is it for a rookie quarterback who doesn't have a consistently productive running game? Does that make his performance even more impressive? It's
very impressive, the performance C.J. had when the run game isn't quite where we wanted it to be. But if it's not there, we have a guy who can really throw it and make some plays. So if that's a strength of ours and we have to play to that, then that's what we'll do. The biggest thing is just about moving the football. And whatever it takes to move the football, that's what we'll do. If we can't run it, right, if we're not running it and executing it well, and we have a young guy we can rely on to throw the ball, and he showed that today.
We're going to close with Paul Cole and Journal.
There was a lot of talk this week about being more explosive on offense. Obviously, that happened a lot today. Can you plan for that to happen, or is that something that just kind of naturally unfolds, assuming your team's executing?
We always want our offense to be explosive, always encouraging them to be explosive because we have explosive playmakers, right? And Tank and DeMeco, Noah, we have explosive playmakers all over the field. It's just a matter of us being able to all 11 play together, right? Protect, give ourselves time to make those plays, and the receivers, when their number is called, it's time for them to step up and make the play, and that's what they did. When their number was called today, they made big time plays, whether it was the catch and run aspect of it or being able to complete deep shots down the field.
DeMeco, you kind of already brought up Noah Brown having another big time day. Where have you noticed him kind of take that next step since coming back off the injury?
Yeah, Noah's worked his way back in fine. Noah's always been a guy since OTAs that we can rely on. Noah's always been consistent for us. He shows up every single day, and he's consistent, exactly where he's supposed to be, precise with his route running ability, and he's sure with the hand. So love what Noah brings. He brings consistency to our offense, and love what he's been doing for us.
DeMeco, there's an awful lot of talk about culture. What does it say about this team? You guys got a couple tough losses. The team scored late on you to beat you. You look like this could have been one of those today, but you guys went back out there, not down, and just went out to make the plays to win again.
Yeah, with the culture, it's about believing in each other. That's one thing I mentioned to our guys pregame before we went out there. Like, everybody just lean on each other, believe in each other, right? And we come back in this locker room, let's make sure we come back with the win, no matter what it takes. And that's what I saw today. I saw a team gritted out when things, of course, they didn't go our way, right? We didn't get stops when we should have got stops, right? We lose our kicker. Like, everything that could have possibly went wrong for us, it went wrong. But it didn't matter because of the mindset of our locker room. Guys who are going to fight for each other, guys who believe in each other, and guys who are going to hold each other accountable. And that's what good culture is.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
You want to be zoomed in and have it be all brain?
CJ, could you talk about the last series when you got the ball, 46 seconds left, and take us through the whole series, what you were thinking each play and how you were able to pull off what you did, please?
Yeah, first and foremost, I just want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. I was saying on the field, man, like, we're going through a lot, and I just remember, like, we were actually in our chapel, and our pastor was talking about, like, worship when you're wet. So basically worship, like, when things aren't the greatest, and that's the true testament to faith. And for me, I mean, that's what I rely on. I couldn't be up here. I couldn't do anything on that field without my Lord and Savior, man. And he's given me a piece of, like, a sense of peace, even when everything around me is going crazy. So just got to say that and give y'all a little nugget of the word. So, but now from the first play, I mean, we ran out there, man. I had complete confidence. I knew that we needed a touchdown. We had 2 timeouts, which was huge. And really, when you start a 2-minute situation, which we only have 46 seconds, you just want to get it started. So Dalton did a great job by being greedy and taking a lot of yardage and on that little shallow route, and we started it and we called timeout. The next one, I think I checked it down maybe to him again, and we were inbounds, called a timeout again. And then Noah, I kind of gave him a little nugget because we were going a little deeper, and I wanted him just to get the ball and just get yak. And so I told him, like, hey, go short a little bit on this. And he did a great job and great body language, threw it to Noah. Next play, run the out route to Tank. Great catch. I honestly don't even know where I put it because I got hit and I just, like, looked up and everybody was cheering. So I was like, all right, we completed it. Then the next play, we just had put that in on the sideline. So Bobby did a great job of just feeling the tempo of the game and feeling what we probably needed, and had a play we ain't worked on since training camp. And literally, I know the Tank's route was nasty. I didn't get to watch it. I just threw it. But I just had to take care of the safety. They're in quarters. Once the safety buys the inside route, I throw the outside route. And his job is to beat the corner, and the Texans win. So that drive, man, it was special. And that's something in this league I'm learning, man. You got to be great 2-minute. And for me, I just want the ball. Just give me the ball, call the play, and I'm going to go make a play. So I'm happy with the win.
You say that last play, that was what drawn up on the sideline?
Yep. Bobby drew that up on the sideline.
CJ, you set the NFL record for most yards passing ever by a rookie. Wondered what you think about that, and to be able to do it in a win like this. What does it mean to you?
Man, it's a blessing. Like, just the humble me, like, is now, I mean, I'm going to try to celebrate it tonight, and after that, I'm on to Cincinnati. But it's a blessing. I put in a lot of work throughout the week. I think the guys know that. They see it. My family, they see the work I put in. And I honestly, like, that's what I've been battling with, is just, like, trying to still be a family man, still help out, and still be a football player and do my job. So it's been tough, man. And for me to have a goal every Sunday to play well and to do great things, man, you have to have a great support staff. So I have that in my family. I have that in this building with my teammates. I have that with my best friends back home. And actually, I have that with my dad. I got to talk to my dad a little bit this week, man. And I'm praying to God that something can happen, that he can get out and come to one of these games, man. I've been praying for him a lot, and I know I didn't want to make this public, man, but like our criminal justice system isn't right, and it's something that I need to probably be a little more vocal about, because what he's going through is not right. And he called me this week, and we got to talk. And I'm praying for the situation. I know reform and the people with reform are helping me a little bit, but I think just letting it be known, man, like, it's not just my dad's situation, but the whole criminal justice system is corrupt. I've been watching videos in Mississippi, some of the prisons they have rats and roaches and things like that. And don't get me wrong, like criminals, they should do their time and everything should be like that. But they're still humans, you know what I mean? And but I just wanted to shine light on that real quick. But yeah, I'm really blessed to break the record, and I'm really blessed to get the win.
CJ, what did you all say in during halftime to make you come out? The first half was, kind of slow, but you all came out firing on all cylinders. And after your first game against the Baltimore Ravens, before you came to the press conference, Jonathan Bernard told you, keep your head up because we're going to need you later on. Is these are the moments he was talking about?
Most definitely. What was the first question again? I'm sorry.
First question was, what adjustments?
Yeah, okay, got you. Honestly, I felt the first half went okay. Like the first drive, of course, I threw the ball too low to Tank, and then third down trying to make a play, we got off the field. I mean, they had punched it out, and Dalton, I told Dalton right after that, man, like, you're going to be big in this game. You're going to have to make a play, and don't put your head down for 1 second. Let's go. And he did it. I mean, he kept going. You see, he came up huge on that third down red zone touchdown. He ran a great route. But man, we just came in the locker room and we told ourselves there's nothing that they're doing that's stopping us, man. Let's stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Let's be aggressive, man. Let's go out there and let's really just depend on each other and make plays. And Bobby did a great job by calling it, and we balled it. So that's just the relationship right there. And you can see the work that we put in throughout the week. We had a great week of practice. DeMeco challenged us, and so did Bobby on let's have 10 clean practices going into each game. So you can only do 3 in a week. So next week we got to do another 3. And for us, I mean, that's practicing is what shows up in the game. And then Jonathan, like JG, my bad, I didn't mean to call him Jonathan, but JG, man, they had scored. We gave us 46 seconds left, and he was walking off the field. And every time, I walk off the field and I'm not feeling the best, I know the look. And he had that look. I was like, hey, bro, and I made him stop, and I made him look at me in my eyes. I was like, hey, bro, I got you. And they've done that to me. Like, when my head was down, they went and got to stop and gave us the ball back, and we either did something with it or we didn't. And this time, I just wanted to let them know, man, just like you're here for me, I'm here for you. So, man, I love JG. He had a great game and a great player, man. And I'm blessed to be on the team, not only with him, but just dogs, man, and people who want to play football.
Go Aaron, then Kim.
CJ, big picture-wise, games can mean more than just that immediate win. What do you think this game could mean for you all as a team and for you as a quarterback? Could be a springboard for you all?
I think it's something that can get us rolling. Momentum is everything in this league and in the game of football. So we got to ride this momentum and work really hard in practice this week. And we weren't perfect out there, though. We're never going to be perfect, but we got to clean up some things. Got to run the ball a little better as well. But I think, as you can see, I don't think we can be stopped when we're on our A game. So it's a big time win for us. And as you see, November and December is when we want to be playing the best ball. So now we just want to upscale, uptrend, and trailblaze into the playoffs, and hopefully get a chance to win a division, everything like that. So we got a lot of work to put in, though.
Got time for a few more guys. Go ahead, Kim.
Hey, CJ, just some of these games that you guys have played have come down close late and haven't gone your way. When it happened today, can you talk about just the growth that you've had and this team has had to be able to make it a win and not go the other direction?
Yeah, 2 minutes is big in this league, man. A lot of games come down from 1 scores. And this week we had a meeting, and Jimmy Ward made a good point of hey, let's do more 2-minute walkthroughs. So we did an extra 2-minute walkthrough after, I think, on Thursday. We usually do it Wednesday. We did it Thursday, too. And that right there was the game. So, shout out to Jimmy, man, for being a vet, being really smart. And that just shows you, man, how many people they put not only around myself, around this team to be smart, be vets, and to throw things out to the coaches and see if that works for us, and it works. So, you got to be able to win the 2-minute and tight games and things like that. So we put a lot of work to it, all the way going back to OTAs, ozone layer, things like that, not being able to complete the ball before the end zone, outside the end zone, or dead in the ball. That was that last play, but luckily we scored. So, but they were telling, Bobby did a great job telling me the situation we were in. So just a lot of work put it in to make those plays.
Jonathan.
CJ, at what point did you feel like you might be due
I'll say Thursday at practice. We practiced really hard. That was a day like we were connecting a little bit, and honestly, we hit. I had a drive where I missed 2 throws to Tank. Like he burnt the dude, and then he was wide open, and I missed 2 throws. And I remember like on Wednesday, I missed 2 throws that practice, I think 2. And I remember like everybody coming up to me, and they did the same thing this game. Like, man, you got this, bro. Like you one of the best quarterbacks in this league. You gonna figure it out. And that just right there helped me a lot. But like I'll say, right when we came after half, and Noah had that long touchdown. But for me, that wasn't the special moment. Like throwing it, him running. I think Tank's block like shows you like the love that we have for each other and the love for the next guy to make the play. And him not being the biggest guy, he gonna go shoot his gun though and try to get a block. So man, shout out to his. At the time, I don't think he had a whole bunch of catches or anything. And then the next drive, he eats. So like our offense, man, it's structured for everybody to eat. So you can't just like. Double DeMeco, you can't double Noah, you can't double Tank because somebody gonna eat, Dalton gonna eat, or Beck, or anybody, Hutch, like somebody's gonna come in and this next man up. And one thing I want to shout out too is Mike Dieter, man. Like Mike came in, did a great job against I want to say a top 5 defensive nose guard and defensive tackle. And number 50, he's a great player. And my guy Dieter stepped in and did a great job. So I'm proud of that guy too.
Last 3, Brandon, Cole, DJ.
You good? Because I was actually just about to ask you about Michael Dieter. So instead of that, before the 46 seconds to that last drive, talking to Titus earlier, he said that you just came to the offensive lineman, to the offensive, said just give me time, and we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We kind of went through it earlier, but from your own words, walk us through that when you're about to go through that last drive. What's your heartbeat like? What's going through your mind, and what are you telling your teammates to sort of reflect that leadership that's required?
Honestly, I'll just try to stay cool, calm, collected, and just one play at a time. And I told them boys up front, like, man, if y'all give me just a little time, I'm gonna make them pay. And I know they didn't just give me a little time; they gave me a lot of time, so that helped a lot. And I mean, that's our heartbeat of our team. We told them, like, I challenged them guys at the beginning of the week. And man, y'all are the heartbeat of this team. Like, we move how our line moves. Like, simple and plain as that. We have, I think, the best left tackle in the league, especially when it comes to pass blocking. And then everybody else, like Titus, has filled into a new role. Dieter steps in. Shaq has been solid all year. George has been solid all year. Like, those guys up front are very special. And I told them boys, like, we're going to go as far as y'all take us. Like, of course, I got to make the plays and throw the ball where I got to go, but I can't do none of that without y'all. So they had a great game. I think I only got sacked twice. And I appreciate those guys for just battling and fighting. And I just told them, like, man, we're gonna go win this game. I don't know if y'all believe it or not, but I know I believe it, and I know y'all looking me in my eyes, y'all can tell. And so we went out there and we did it, man. And by the glory of God, now we're 4-4. So.
CJ, your relationship with Tank and DeMeco has been very evident, but can you just talk about the relationship of where you and Dalton and you and Noah have grown from the start of training camp, and how when all 4 of them are able, as you mentioned, they can't double team them. What is this passing attack look like best for?
It looks like how I did today. I think we have multiple guys over 100 yards, and I think, like I said before, you can't really like play everything. You kind of got to give and take. And Todd Bowles did a great job. Tampa Bay was a great defense, one of the best defenses we played so far. There's 2 backers, man. They make it really hard. They fly around. Vita Vea is a great player. Whitfield in the backfield. I mean, in the secondary, he's great. Davis is a great player as well. So it wasn't going to be easy. We knew that. And we challenged our receivers, man. Like, we didn't come in with a lot in this game plan, but we was like, we're going to just lean on y'all to make plays. And they did that. So Noah and Dalton, I go all the way back to going to LA with those guys. Not only were they great on the field and getting extra work, but like off the field, we really like got to vibe with each other and fill each other out. And I think that has to do a lot with the success we're having throwing the ball. It's just that personal connection you have somebody just to know. Like, honestly, it might sound funny, but like you can know when somebody's going to break them when they're not, or when they're going to do something and they're not. Like, it's kind of cool that this game of football kind of relates to life. So, man, those guys are 2 of the smartest players I've been around. Noah's a Buckeye, so, we had to hit the OH, man. So it's super cool to be able to play with those guys. And I think we have a lot more to grow, but we're on the right track.
Nice one, DJ.
Obviously, in the previous 3 games, the passing attack or the Hawk was kind of up and down today. Obviously, the stats speak for themselves. What do you think was the biggest difference from the previous 3 games to today, where you guys are finally getting back to what you guys were doing in the beginning of the season?
I think just the confidence that we put into this week, man. I think like everything kind of goes back to practice. And it's about like what you like. You want to have the coaches trust you. And I think this is the biggest week. Like Bobby was looking for like us to like answer the bell after we know we should have did way better against the Panthers. And he did a great job. He told me like, man, this game you got to go make plays, be special. You're a special player, go be special. And he put the ball in my hand, and I appreciate that because it's not always the most comfortable thing to do with a rookie quarterback. And honestly, they haven't been treating me like a rookie quarterback. They've been putting a lot on my plate. And I feel like I'm trying to handle it as best as I can and work really hard to get the looks down, get the cans, alerts, everything. So I really appreciate like Bobby trusting us and going out there and making plays. So man, shout out to Bobby. Called a great game. Gerard, my quarterback coach, helped me a lot on the sideline along with Case and Davis. Without those guys, man, like I don't know where I would be. Those guys help me out week to week. Conversations, like talking about little things. Sometimes I just sit back and let them just negotiate for me and like let them do what they think, and I just sit there and go over my little notes while they doing it, and then CJ, we got this. Cool. Like so, man. Shout out to Case and Davis. But yeah, man, it's been a blessing to work with those guys.
Thanks, CJ.
All right, you guys. God bless.